Hello YouTube, I'm back with some more Valiant Thor. I want to show you guys something that I've been looking at for a couple years, and I just wanted to show you that August C. Roberts is the main manipulator of all these photos you guys be looking at that I have been showing you in my previous videos. You guys be sure to check them out, okay? Now, there's a book called Enemies from Outer Space, The Flying Saucer Menace by Brad Steiger. It's the scanned version of the 1967 magazine, and the pictures are edited by August C. Roberts. Did you guys hear me clearly? Edited by August C. Roberts. So what I'm going to show you now, I'm just going to prove to you that he can fake photos. And you guys can see this yourselves because I'm going to show you. Here it goes. See that? That is a fake photo. It's a UFO fake photo, and it says it right there. If you guys can read that, I'm sorry for the focus, guys, because basically using my phone for this. It says a darkroom saucer was created by August C. Roberts by painting a plastic model of a saucer with luminous paint. Did you guys hear that? Luminous paint. Now you guys see this photo that he did, right? That's August C. Roberts now that did that photo. It proves right there that he can fake photos. Now let me show you another one. Something else that I've got here. Okay. Hold on. I'm sure you guys remember Howard Manger, of course, who did this. The conference. He's right there with the glasses. Okay, anyways. Guess who did this photo right here, guys? If you look at Howard Menger's book. Now, the person that took that photo that you guys are looking at, of course, was August C. Roberts. That's right. The guy who showed you guys that he can fabricate photos. And yes, he knew Howard Menger. And yes, when you look at Howard's book, you see that him and August C. Roberts spoke about the pictures. So anyways, that's Connie Menger right there. That's Howard. And that's, of course, supposedly a Venetian who it's so sad that right there's no clear photo, but then right here it's a clear photo of some supposed Venusians. So that doesn't make sense either. But anyways, right here, as you can see, it's a fake photo. Then here's another photo that Howard Menger showed. This is a photo that's been shown before. It's the same person. It's almost like the same figure person and stuff. I'll show you guys that some other time because my focus here again is the Valiant Thor story. So give me 1 second here. Now we're going to talk about the Phil Snyder Valiant Thor. This guy right here. Okay? Phil Snyder claimed that this guy has 6 fingers, 6 toes, what have you, whatever. Of course, I believe this story is also a hoax. Because when they asked Phil Snyder, do he know Frank Stranges, he said yes. But he did not go on to the conversation, whereas he didn't say whether Frank Stranges was right or wrong. But anyways, as you can see, this guy, from this angle, you can't really tell that he has 6 fingers. But then, you check out the other picture that Phil had, of course, because he had 2 photos of this same gentleman. And you guys will see that the guy does not have 6 fingers. There he goes right there. This is the man right here on this side. If you guys have seen the lectures of Phil Snyder, you see I'm not lying. This is the gentleman we just saw sitting in front of Oscar Snyder. And you can see, well, maybe you can't see, but if you look at the picture yourselves, guys, you can see that there is no extra finger. He just have regular fingers, just like us. And he's not 8 feet tall like Phil Snyder claimed he was. The guy is not 8 feet tall. You know, I looked into the Phil Snyder story as well, but there was a lot of inconsistencies, such as he claimed that the person was on Earth for 58 years. Frank Stranger said the guy been on Earth for 3 years. But again, like I already pointed out, the gentleman that I've showed you before in the photo is not no Valiant Thor. It is Frank Stranges right there, who of course took on the character of some Venusian, because this is something that people of the 1950s used to do. You know, they go out there and go to the conventions and say they're Venusians, you know, and since the UFO alien phenomenon was such a big deal in the 50s, why not, right? Anybody will believe you. So every kooks and spooks and all that good stuff was at conventions, such as this one, the Howard Menger convention, where the him did not proclaim himself to be a Venusian at that time. He was writing down notes. As you guys can see, he had the newspaper, and then he had a paper with some notes on it. Of course, there's pictures, as you can see, he's writing down notes. But right here, he's talking, and you can tell because this gentleman right there is actually looking at him, so he's actually speaking. I did say that this possibly is Constant Mitchell's, because at the time of this conference, Howard Menger was with Rose, his wife, Rose. And so I believe that that may or may not be Connie Menger, of course. I did say Constant Mitchell's because that's her real name. That's her original name before she became Connie Menger. But anyways, I can't confirm that that's actually her. But I do confirm that this is Frank Strange's right here. The guy we're looking at. So you guys can choose to believe or disbelieve. But I am not going to change my mind. As I continue to say in every video, you have to show me proof that this is not Frank Strange's right here. Show me a picture of him as a young man from 1950 on down to 1960. And, you know, that would show me that he is not this gentleman right here that we're staring at. Okay? Now I just proven to you guys that August C. Roberts loves to manipulate photos, guys. He loves to manipulate photos. So you guys can see that August C. Roberts, along with Frank, of course, concocted this story. Not only him, but James Mosley and Gray Barker. Remember, Gray Barker and James Mosley were well-known hoaxers, guys. Well-known hoaxers. See, like right here, let me show you something briefly, guys. You guys can't see something wrong with this picture? Really? There is, as you can see, there's some form of manipulation, such as, look at wrong with his hair right there. And then you can see like there's a hole in his pocket there. Someone went on their way to do something like that because they're hiding something in the photo. And that's because that's Frank. But because the picture is altered a little, you hear people say, well, that's not Frank. Well, yes, it is Frank. Yes, it is. Okay? See? Here we go again. Now look at his pocket, guys. You notice in the picture, look at his pocket on his chest. Notice there's no hole there. But the picture I just showed you, there is. And then remember this, the newspaper that he's holding? All of a sudden, why is the newspaper that small? That doesn't make sense. And it doesn't look like he folded the newspaper, because of course if he folded the newspaper, it would have been, you know, not that tiny like that. This picture has also been manipulated, as you guys can see. Why was that done? Obviously to hide the identity of Frank. Frank Strange's. That's the purpose. Now, you know, people can continue to say, hey, well, who's this and who's that? And you guys will figure it out all by yourselves. Again, if you want to believe that this story is fact, you can believe too. But I believe it's a hoax. It's a good science fiction story, you know, made by Frank Strange's. Again, guys, do some more research and you guys will see that this is all a hoax. That's all you got to do.